Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I told you when we put the papers in here in our AJ journal that I would show you how we do these little corner folds that have the little tags in them. Now, a lot of people say, well, you've got those little tiny tags, what are you going to do with them? You could always journal on the back, but I just think they're cute. I know sometimes you put things in your journals that you just think is cute. Doesn't necessarily have to have a particular purpose. It just looks good. So we're going to make some of these. Now you can make these larger or smaller. I particularly like the smaller kind, but we'll make a couple of both and see which ones you like the best. Now let me find a good paper that we want to use. If I can. We could always just use book pages, but I had rather use some of this paper, I think. This is some of Betty's designs. And I know I say that a lot, but Betty is so sweet, and she sends me these for free. I don't have to pay for them. Thank you, Betty, so much. And I love using them. They're just absolutely gorgeous. And this is a thinner paper. You would need a thinner paper to do this because you need to fold these a couple of different ways. So the first thing I'm going to do is tear off the white on the edge here. You can use book page to do this. You can use a pattern paper as long as it's a thin pattern paper. Don't use anything real thick, or it's not going to fold good. And thank all you guys for joining us last night with Aaron's live. I appreciate that. I saw so many of you on, and I really appreciate it, and I know he and his mom and dad do too. They have worked really hard over the years with him to make him a more functional person than just what the doctors had said. And of course I know it's not them, it's the Lord that has brought it all for fruition, but he has come a long way. Okay, let's see. I'm going to try to see how big. I think I'll make these. Let's see. Let's try a 6-inch here. I'm going to tear it about right there. And I'm just guessing. As long as you start off with a square, it doesn't matter what size you do. It just has to be a square. So in order to make sure that, see what's on the back side of this, I'll have to cover that, and that's okay. Sometimes I just print on whatever paper that I have laying on my desk when I'm going to use it to go straight down, because it doesn't matter that that's on the back. But in this case, that inside's going to be showing, but I'll just cover it with another piece of paper. Now that's how I do to make sure that I get a perfect square, is I just fold it and I know that now it's square. Alright, now let me see if I can remember how I folded this. I think we folded it, and let me look at the pattern. I think we folded it in here. Okay, I'm going to fold it up this way too, just so I can see that center point. Oops. See, did I get that folded right? Yeah. Okay, now I can see where my little center point is. So I'm going to do that there. And I'm going to fold this one over there just to meet right there. And so you have something that looks like this. Of course, it looks like that on the other side. And now what you're going to do is you're going to fold this in half. Put point to point. And I actually folded this backwards because that would mean that this side would show, and I don't want that side showing. So let's fold these up this way. You can always change it. These are very easy to fold, but very cute little pockets. Okay, so that is the way it would look. Now, with this on the back of that, that doesn't look too pretty, does it? But that's just going to be our little practice fold. So if you have a pretty paper here and a pretty paper there, then you've got two little pockets. Now this is a larger one. This one I started out, I think, with a 3x3. But as you can see, you can still use this just like that. It'd just be a bigger one. Be a lot larger. Alright, so let's lay that one aside, and now we're going to find a pretty paper and we're going to fold one of those. Alright, this one has nothing on the back where I printed it on something. And I would print hers over, but I would use this. I'll just use it in my journal somehow. I'm not going to waste it just because I accidentally printed it on something that had some printing on the back. I will definitely not waste it. I just don't like to waste my printer paper, and you know, when you put in a new cartridge, a lot of times you get that little print that prints out there that just kind of wastes your paper, and I always just stick it back in and print on the other side. And I try to change out when I know that I'm going to be printing digitals like this. I try to change it out and make sure that I've got it changed out, but I never always remember. It's just sometimes I remember. Alright, I think I'm gonna make this one a little bit smaller than I did that other one. I just don't like them quite so big. Alright, now I'm gonna fold this up like this, and that will make my square if I take this right here off. Okay, and then there again, we can use all of those pieces. Never throw those kind of things away. And then we'll put that up there. This is just to mark our center. So we've got our center mark right there. Now, which way do I want to fold this over? Let's see. I'm going to fold it this way, but I can always change it. Now I've got white on the back of this, and that's okay for right now, but I can always add something to this to make it have a pattern in there if I need to. Alright, so this is the way that it would actually look. Okay, so let's fold these this way. Okay, and then fold this over this way. So that is your little pocket, corner pocket tuck, I guess we could call it, right there. Now I will decorate these up, and you can go ahead and decorate them up before you actually fold them if you want to. As a matter of fact, we can use some of this. Let's just put that down on there and then trim it off. It's not going to hurt a thing. So if you've got a single-sided paper, you can always fix it. I'm going to put that there. I love that clock. And then all we need to do is, first off, you need to pick it up. Sometimes I can't pick it up. We're going to trim this off right there. Oops. Just don't trim it too close. Cut your little piece apart if you do. So we've got that over there, and then we're going to put a piece over this side. Over this side. One of those mornings where my brain woke up, but my mouth didn't this time. Sometimes I say my mouth woke up and my brain didn't, but this is opposite. Okay, let's use this side right here. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and trim that off. right there. So we'll lay that piece aside, and then we're just going to fold that up again. Now right here where you have your folds, just make sure that you press it down really well with your bone folder. The more you press that down, the better it's going to lay down. Now you could always put a little piece of Velcro right here, stick it together if you wanted to, because your pages are going to fold down on it or lay down on it, and eventually it's going to fold and lay flat, so it's not going to be a problem. And I'm going to ink around mine. Now you don't really have to ink both sides. Just decide which side you want to stick down. And I think I'm going to stick this side down to my book or to my journal. Now I'm going to open this back up and I'm going to ink a little bit on this. Right there. And right there. Okay, so that is what you have right there. Isn't that cute? And see how easy they are? They're very, very easy. Let's find another page that we might want to put one of these on. Well, that would be cute. And see, it fits perfectly. If you've got a page that's cut right, it fits perfectly there in the corner, and then it will open up, and there's all kinds of journaling space. Or you could cover this with something else. You could put some other kind of paper on there. You could decorate the inside, whichever way that you wanted to do it. So let's glue that one down right there. Now, yes, you lose your back little pockets, but I don't mind that. Now, if you wanted to just clip this in, you could clip it in, and then you would still have both of your little pockets. Or you could put it in, if it was shorter, you could put it in that way and just glue here and here, and you still have all your pockets. But I don't mind losing a little bit of that on the back. I mean, you can make these out of scrap paper, book pages, whatever you might want, so it's not like you're wasting a lot of paper. I just think they're cute. You could also make this just single if you wanted to. You wouldn't have to fold it. You could just make it like this. I just think these are pretty. See, now it opens up, and I can do journaling in here, or like I said, I can decorate that up if I want to, or I can do both, decorate it up and journal. And see, once the book is closed for a while, that's going to lay down, and I'm not going to have to worry about it popping up. Now we can make some little tags to go on each side of this. So let's find some pieces that we can make some tags out of. I am just going to grab, let's see, let me look right here in my drawer. I think I've got some little scrap pieces of cardstock or something that I could use and just cover. We could make some tags out of this. That would be cute. So let's see what size we need to make them. I think if we cut that right in the middle, it'll be good enough. So I'm going to fold it so I can find my center. Okay, just like that. That's going to be my little center point. And then how tall do I need to make them? Probably up to about right there. So let's cut that. Whoops, sorry about the noise. I'm going to use this trimmer. We have ordered more of these trimmers. They just haven't got here yet. Sorry about that, but we're having to wait on the manufacturer. They are pretty slow these days in most cases, and I know it's because of everything that's going on, but you know, it just makes it a little bit harder for us because, and all of the retailers, not just me, because we, you know, start selling a particular item and it sells well, and then the next thing you know, we can't get it anymore. Not for a long, long period of time. So it makes it a little bit aggravating sometimes, but you know, we have to deal with it. We just have to go with the flow. All right, do I want to round these or make them little tags? I think I'm just going to clip the corners off just a little bit, like that. Okay. And then these are already white on the back, so we won't have to do anything with that. And if I could find my little tiny hole punch, I'm not real sure. Let's see if this is it. Nope, that's not it. Not real sure where it has gone to. But you can punch a little tiny hole in these and just put a little string up there. But I don't have mine in here right now. I'm still moving things back. So then you could tuck that in there and that in there. And there are little tags. So we will find our little hole punches. And I want to put some little something on those. So let's see what we might have. Let's look in here. See if we have something small that we can put on both of those. Maybe a small little butterfly or a bee or a mushroom or a little flower. These are some of Tim Holt's little flowers. Let's see if we've got some that are small enough. That would be cute, I think. But I think I like this one better over here. I will link these below. I can't remember. I don't think we have any of these on order, but if we can find them to where they're in stock somewhere, we'll get some of them on order. I love them. They're small, but they're just about the right size to do things like this with, to do your little embellishing. So let's try that right there. Let's see which way this goes this way, I think. I think I had that upside down. Put that there. And you could always put a word or something over here on this side if you wanted to. Oh, that's so cute. Isn't that cute? Now see, I like little tags and things like that. And yes, I do journal on those from time to time. You could also put a little piece of bling right here, and that would hold that down if you wanted to do that. It'll help. I mean, mine seems to be staying down fine. I don't have a problem with that. But if you wanted to, if that was something that bothered you and you wanted to do something like that, that would be fine. So there is that one. Let's try one with a piece of cardstock. Now this cardstock right here is very, very thick, so I don't think I'm going to try that. Let me grab a piece of cardstock. Let's try one with a piece of this. This is that paper that so far we still haven't got more of. We've got it on order, but there again, it has not shipped yet. So hopefully we will get more, because I had lots of people who said that they wanted it. And I love that image right there. That, if I had a table in my living room in my preference, that would be what would be on it. Just old books and old paint pans and things like that. My husband would have a fit, but that's what I like. But yeah, he would definitely have a come apart. He would say, that is just junk. But to me, it's not junk. All right, let's fold this up and find where our little square might be. And I'm just using this ruler to tear straight, because It tears a little bit easier than, well, and it gives me a straight edge rather than a deckle edge. So that's all why I'm using that today. Not that I don't love my deckle edge ruler, because I do. All right, I need to go a little bit straighter right there. That one. There we go. Like that. All right, now you just need to make sure that it's folded both ways so that you can see your center. And then you just need to look at it and say, what do I want to show on the front side? And what do I want to show on the back side? And you can always fold it again. If you fold it one way and that's not how you want it, you can fold it again. Now on the cardstock like this, or pattern paper that's a little bit thicker, just make sure that you press it down really well with your bone folder. Now, if you don't have one of these bone folders, these are the Teflon bone folders. They're very, very hard, and you can press down really well with them, and it doesn't crack the paper, and it kind of gives that almost just like a flat edge. I don't know how to explain it exactly. All right, then we're going to fold that up like that. And again, I'm just going to press that down really hard right there. And there is our little pocket. Isn't that cute? Oh, and I like that side. Yes, that right there is going to be the side that I want up. And I just keep running over it a little bit. And the more you run over it, the more this is going to lay down. And like I said, I don't worry about it laying down all the way, because when your journal is closed, it's going to put enough pressure on it that it's going to lay itself down. So just don't worry about it. Okay, we have our t-shirts ordered. So one of the phrases is just don't worry about it. We also have the phrase, let's see. Well, it's not going to worry about it is the phrase. That's one. And then, oh me, I can't even remember all the other ones. I had, Brandon and Melina did some designing on it, and then my youngest daughter did a little bit of designing on it. So I just give them the phrases and they went to town. And then we sent it to the printer. Okay, that right there is going to be it. Now, of course, when you open this one up, it's got this in it, and you know, you can't really journal on that. If you want to put down some paper here so that you can journal, then you can just tear some paper. Let me find some paper that I can tear. Now we have some somewhere. I think what I'm going to do is tear a little piece of this page out of there. That's just a little scrap notebook. And I think I'll use that in here. There we go. And I'm just going to tear this with my fingers. So let's see if that fits. Let's tear a little bit off of this corner right here. And a little bit off of that one. And then I'm just going to go around it and ink it up really well. Then we're just going to put that down that way. And yes, I tore it sideways so that my lines don't go this way, but again, that doesn't bother me. Oh, that was one of them too. That doesn't bother me. See, I think about them when I say them, but half the time I don't even realize I'm saying things like that. It's just a habit more than anything. Okay. So I'm not letting that dry before I fold, but you would need to let it dry before you folded it up. Then again, just press that down really well, and you've got it ready for your journal again. So let's see. I don't know if I might want to put one over here like that. Let's just put that right there. Okay, there's that one. Then let's put some little cards in there. And I think I'm going to cut these little drawer fronts out like right there and let that be the cards that go in there. Okay, and then I don't think I'm going to trim the edges on these. I might just snip the edge just a little bit, so it looks more like that drawer front. Okay, I'm going to put a little bit of ink on it. Okay, and there we go. There is another. I love that. Okay, I'm going to lay that aside. We're going to do one out of book page, I think. And I'll do a smaller one. I don't think that one will work. Let's use this book page. And on the book page, all I do is just fold this up like that. And that gets my little square there. And then again, I fold it this way. And there's my little center point. And then, let's see, which way? I really don't think it matters too much which way we fold this. Like that, and then fold that over. And there you have one with your little book page. Now, depending on how you want your wording to go, you can turn it one way or the other. And then you could also cover this with, you know, little flowers and things like I did this one in here. Let's see if I can find it. That. See, I put little flowers on it. And that will decorate it up. This one is a little bit larger than that one. That one's a little teeny one. But that will work as well. Let's see what we can do on here. I think this is going to be the front right here. And then I'm just going to grab a few little flowers. Oh, I like that. Alright, let's grab some flowers out of here. See if we have any that are small enough that will show up. We could put a little butterfly in there and then put some little flowers out here. These are mostly going to be too big, I think. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, those are going to be too big. So let's look at something else. Some that are a little bit smaller, I think. I'm going to grab some of Betty's that she cut out for us. And if nothing else, we can trim them off a little bit and just, like, you know, trim some buds out and put them in there like that if we want to. Let's see what we have first before we start cutting. There's a pretty one. almost get that one on there. Okay, look in here. Oh, we can also just put like a number right there. That's cute. Okay, let's do this. Let me find my tool here. Now these are the little, they call them washi stickers. It's what they call them on YouTube. I mean, I just think they're like little vellum stickers, but they're always linked below in our video. Okay, now I'm gonna ink around that a little bit. And we'll put that down right there. And I'm just gonna put it at an angle just because I don't want it hanging over up this way. So that works right there. And then this one, let's see how we can put that on there. I think we can put it down like that. And I don't mind that it hangs over a little bit this way. I may have to trim it here, but that'll work. We'll put that down. And then see what we need to trim. I'm going to flip this over and just trim those little pieces off. Like that. And I don't think I'm going to trim these. I think I'm going to trim this little one right here because it is pretty flimsy and I know it would break when something would go up against it. But I don't think I'm going to trim that one off because that's pretty sturdy right there. And then we'll just put a little bit of ink on there like that. And there is another one. I think we can make some little tags for that. So let's see what we have to make some tags out of. You know, we have this beautiful paper that came in our E-Club kit. We also have this. This was just the backing of some of those washi stickers, and I think that would make beautiful tags. We may just use this. And I'm just going to mark where I want to cut it. And then I think we'll cut another one, same size. Okay. Then instead of making these into a tag shape, I think I'm just going to use my corner rounder. I'm just going to round the corners a little bit. That one in there. And then we can always put some little words or something on there. So let's see what we have. Put a couple of these little tiny words on there. All right, we'll stick that one down right there. And then we'll put the other one on that side. Like that. And then again, we can always put some little string at the top when I find my little hole punch. And we'll go ahead and ink around these to make them kind of blend in with everything else, since we inked around the other parts. There we are. Alright, so that is how to make these cute little pockets. So I hope you will give these a try. If you do, please share it over on our Facebook group. That link is directly below. Just ask to join and one of the admins will add you there. And I'd love to see your take on this project. All right, we will talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.